Hey everyone, welcome back to Agenda Now. Today's story is one of those, wait, what? Moments, because Congress just admitted they don't actually know how many federal crimes exist in the United States. Not 10, not 100, not even a few thousand. We're talking about thousands of laws and hundreds of thousands of regulations, and no one knows the exact number. Let that settle for a second. Imagine trying to play a game where nobody can tell you all the rules, but breaking any one of them could land you in jail. That's reality right now in America. So here's the wild part. There's now a rare bipartisan push in Congress to change this. It's called H.R. 2159, and the goal is simple: just count the crimes. Really? A member of Congress stood up and asked for unanimous consent to revise remarks on this bill, giving a shout-out to his colleagues on both sides. You don't see that every day. For once, everyone agrees. The criminal code is a black box, and it's time to open it up. Now let me give you a sense of just how confusing this all is. Back in the 1980s, the Department of Justice tried to count all the federal criminal offenses. They came up with about 3,000. But the American Bar Association said, hold on, it's way more, but even they couldn't get an exact number. Fast forward to 2019, and someone else gets 5,199 crimes. But even that's just an estimate, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, because on top of the criminal laws, there are roughly 300,000 federal regulations, many with criminal penalties. 300,000. There's a real chance that you, me, anyone watching this, could be breaking a rule right now and have no idea. Some of these come with fines or even prison time. So what does H.R. 2159 actually do? It tells the executive branch, hey, count every crime, every penalty, make a list, get it done. Once there's a master list, Congress can finally ask the big questions. Are there duplicate laws? Are some punishments outdated? Are there crimes no one even enforces anymore? This bill is about basic common sense. Lawmakers can't fix what they don't understand, and Americans deserve to know what the laws are, especially if breaking them could wreck your life. So if transparency matters to you, and honestly it should, keep an eye on H.R. 2159. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching Agenda Now. See you in the next one.
I thank the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and to insert extraneous material in H.R. 2159.
Without objection, so ordered.
I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, I want to thank the gentlelady from Georgia for joining with me in this effort. I'd like to thank the Minority Leader for his past work on this bill as well, from his position on the Judiciary Committee, like the gentlelady from Georgia. We may come at these things from slightly different perspectives on different issues that come before us, but we're bound together and joined together here on wanting some common sense, good government to make sure that we know what we're dealing with respect to criminal laws. Because for decades, the American people, Congress, and corners of the federal government have tried to grasp a reliable estimate of how many criminal laws exist, either in statute or in regulation. In the 1980s, the Department of Justice tried to count the number of federal criminal laws that reside within the code and estimated there are, quote, about 3,000 criminal offenses. The American Bar Association came in the 90s and said it was much higher than 3,000, but couldn't figure out the number. In 2019, the U.S. Code was estimated to have 5,199 federal crimes, but again, it was uncertain. In other words, the Department of Justice, the American Bar Association, organizations within our government are guessing. Now, to be clear, there's estimated to be thousands of criminal offenses, many buried in regulatory codes. For context, there are an estimated 300,000 federal regulations that carry criminal offenses that could put an American citizen in prison. Now, we can debate the merits, and we would debate the merits, no doubt, among the members of this body, of any particular statute that criminalizes a certain act, or any particular regulation that comes with criminal penalties associated with an action. It might be something that involves OSHA, it might be something that involves environmental regulations, it might be something else. But there are thousands upon thousands of regulations and statutes, and the American people often have no idea that they might be in violation of something that would come with a penalty that might include jail time or sufficient fines and so forth, and potentially could become a felon. So this bill is pretty simple. It just directs the federal government, it directs the executive branch to count the crimes, to come up with a list of the crimes that exist and put those in order, and to make sure that we know what offenses are attached to those so that we can go through this and make decisions as to whether or not these crimes are duplicative, whether they might be contradictory, whether maybe they go too far, not far enough. But we feel like the People's House, for sure, Congress, in its Article I function, ought to know how many crimes there are, ought to know what penalties are associated with those crimes so that the American people can know this. With that, I will reserve.
Gentleman